Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the full moon in Gemini, which is happening on the 15th of December 2024. So, my darling Capricorns, let me give you a bit of an overview of what the meaning of this full moon is and what you need to know. So, this full moon it's the last full moon of 2024, and it is traditionally called the cold moon. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. The cold moon, and but for us that are here in the southern hemisphere, it really should be called the warm moon, and it's a warm moon, and it's called the cold moon because of the time of year. In the northern hemisphere, you guys are all freezing to death because it's winter, but here in the southern hemisphere, it's summer. So it doesn't matter. It's still called the cold moon, no matter where you are. But the energies around for you, my darling Capricorns. The full moon invites you to explore your thoughts, perceptions, and also the stories that you tell yourself, my darling Capricorn. So keep that in mind as we get into the reading. But speaking of, let's get into it. So we're going to start off with a Moonology Oracle card as an overarching energy, then a 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight tarot cards, which there'll be a link in the description for those, and finishing off with a secret manifestation card. So let us get into your reading, my darling Capricorns. All right, my darling Capricorn, what do we have for you as an overarching energy for this full moon in Gemini? Prosperity lies ahead. Ooh, new moon in Taurus. Love it. Prosperity lies ahead. So keep that in mind for you around this time, my darling Capricorns, is that this is an abundant, prosperous time for you. So let's consult the tarot here and see what we have as messages for you. What does Capricorn need to know around this full moon in Gemini? The Hanged One. So we've got some waiting energy. The Page of Swords. Love it. Some curious energy. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. So let's make sure they're all in view. So what I'm going to do, my darling Capricorns, is I'll just give the meaning of each card and then I will put it all together for you. So you start off here, my darling Capricorns, with the Hanged One. So the Hanged One is a card of the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, is a card of waiting, usually. So, you can see here that this person, they're hanging from the tree of knowledge here, but they have gained enlightenment here, and you can see their head is glowing. But what it is encouraging you to do now is to get off that tree. You've gained enlightenment now, my darling Capricorns. You need to now get moving. So there may have been also some delays with something, whatever, take that how it resonates, but it is now time to get off that tree and use the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained, or the enlightenment that you have gained, in order to move forward, my darling Capricorns. That's what I'm getting off this card for you. And you also have here the Page of Swords. So if you've been watching me for a while now, you know pages in the tarot are messengers, and this little fella comes in as a page of curiosity. Like it's also also brings in learning as well, this page. So look out for a message that you may get that gives you some kind of learning or knowledge or something like that. It's also a card. Another way to look at this is that there's someone watching you, my darling Capricorn. So take it how it resonates, but it could be that like someone's watching you on social media or something like that. So I tend to not read it that way. I tend to read it that it's a card that it's a card of curiosity. You're being encouraged to be curious, my darling Capricorns, at this time. And, you know, take it how it resonates. But yeah, I feel that even though you've gained this knowledge and wisdom here, or this enlightenment, you know, this information here, you still need to be curious for more. I feel there is still more you need to know, my darling Capricorns. And that kind of brings to the Eight of Swords here, my darling Capricorns. This is a card of self-imposed restriction. So I feel that you've been sort of stuck waiting in this hangman mode, not knowing which way to go. And it is causing you to feel this self-imposed restriction here. The message of this card is she could quite easily take that blindfold off, you know, take the bindings off from around herself and set herself free. And I feel that's what you need to do here, my darling Capricorns, is, you know, this prosperity lies ahead, but it only lies ahead when you're ready to accept it and you move into that energy. I feel around this full moon for you that you're going to feel that you're still stuck here, that you're in that waiting mode. And the way for you to get off this tree here is to be more curious, my darling Capricorns. Be curious, remove this self-imposed restriction that you have put, you know, that you've put yourself in, this feeling, so you can move forward and get off this tree, move forward and walk towards this prosperity that's lying ahead for you, my darling Capricorns. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I get for you for this time, my darling Capricorns. Let's see what we have as a final message for my darling Capricorns for this full moon in Gemini. What do we have as a final message? Gratitude is the fast track to manifestation. Yeah. To massively accelerate manifestation, incorporate gratitude into the 3-step creation process of ask, believe, receive. When doing the first step of the creation process, ask, write down what you want, but begin each sentence with these powerful words. I am so happy and grateful now that. So, you know, that could be, in order for you to move forward and out of this energy, my darling Capricorns, you know, it could be what you need to say is, I am so happy and grateful now that I have gained the knowledge and wisdom to move forward. Something like that. So, you know, take that how it resonates. Use that energy, my darling Capricorns, in order for you to get yourself out of this hangman mode and self-imposed restriction and move forward. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, my darling Capricorns. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and, you know, leave me a comment or an emoji below. I'd love to know if this reading resonated with you. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Good things are on the way for you, my darling Capricorns, for this full moon. As always, stay blessed and keep shining your light. Bye for now.